Say It Out Loud Sports. We missed a week. We're back. The energy's here. Episode, who knows what? I don't even know. I forgot what episode we're on. Of over 100.
Yeah.
I got Bob. What's going on?
What's going on?
Pete's missing, but man, since we missed last week, we've missed a lot of stuff in the sports world. I mean, you got Gaethje Chandler. We didn't get to talk about that. Fight of the year.
Oh, yeah.
You got the road to March Madness has officially begun.
Yes, it has.
How about your Dukies?
Looking great with our freshman star out there.
Did you watch I've watched a little bit, the Duke-Kentucky game.
Look great.
Both teams look good. I like Kentucky. Yeah, and it's always good when – I hate when Kentucky or North Carolina or Duke is bad. Yeah, I want them in the tournament.
Yeah, I want the fans in.
So, but that game was – I like both teams. Kentucky looks nice. Duke looks good. Hopefully the whole thing with your boy –
Pablo.
Is it Pablo?
It's Pablo.
Paolo.
Pablo.
It's Pablo?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. That guy, he looks like a taller Jason Tatum.
Looks like might be the number one pick in the draft right now.
Yeah. So March Madness is always a big thing. That started. NBA is upside down. At least it is in the Eastern Conference. You got the Wizards.
Yeah.
Wizards are the number one seed in the East. Bucks and Hawks are the 11th and 12th seeds.
Yeah.
I'm imagining
I don't see it staying this way.
That can't play out. I mean, the Wizards have played well. They got a deep roster. They're playing well. I think they make 100%. They make the playoffs, right? But you got the Bulls are 10-4.
Yeah, the Bulls aren't going to stay this hot.
They just wrecked the Lakers by 30 last night.
DeRozan is on fire.
He's always
been
good.
Scoring.
He's always been nasty, but just
him and KD.
That little mid-range game. The NFL, we had some Cam Newton news, some OBJ news break recently.
Cam Newton's back.
He's back. Yeah, dude, I was dying. When he was screaming in the camera.
I'm back.
His voice was all crackling, and he's like, I'm back.
I was dying.
Tons of upset city. I thought week 8 was bad. It just keeps getting worse.
Oh, it's bad. So the Lions come back and just have a lead.
Yeah.
And then end up tying.
That's brutal.
Najee Harris didn't know the game could end in a tie.
I didn't see that. He didn't.
He had no idea.
That's brutal.
How are you around football that long in your entire life and you don't know?
I feel like that happens every time. Every year.
Donovan McNabb didn't know back in the day.
So, yeah, we'll get into week 10, week 11, big games, locks of the weeks. We got playoff eliminator. We got apologies, maybe. So let's get into it. Which team out of last week had the biggest win for you?
Probably the Lions.
The tie?
The tie is a win for them. It's not a loss.
Yeah.
But like you were just talking about, like week 4 was the last time Pittsburgh lost.
Yeah, Pittsburgh hasn't lost a game since week 4.
The Lions come back and almost win it with a tie.
No,
pretty big. I don't know. Who do you got?
I wrote a couple down. We'll talk about them. 49ers, massive win last night or Monday night against the Rams.
I like that.
They are full. I mean, how
about the Chiefs? Maybe?
They've owned. 49ers have owned Sean McVay. Kyle Shanahan 5-0 in their last 5. That's the Niner team I expected coming into this year.
That was the first Niner home wins in 390 days.
Yeah, because they were playing in Arizona last year, so they haven't won a game. But yeah, that's the team. If they play like that, they'll be in the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
like they got a tough schedule.
Tough out too.
They have already
Jimmy
played.
Ward makes an instant impact.
Yeah, they've already played the Rams twice, right? No, they've only played them once. We played the Cardinals twice. They already got that out of the way.
They have no home division games left. That was the last one.
They got a couple easy games coming up. They got Jacksonville this coming week. They got to take care of business. But Panthers, big win. I know it was without Kyler Murray.
Yeah, I can't really count it as
they got Cam back, or they got Cam back from free agency. I think that's a huge win. This team's built on defense. So let's face it, they're second in almost every category behind Buffalo.
Cam's on pace to start this week.
If Cam, they had a Sam Darnold problem.
He's out.
He turned the ball over too many times. If Cam can do the same thing he was doing he looked great in the preseason.
Christian McCaffrey's going to absolutely eat with Cam Newton in the backfield.
Well, DJ Moore, hopefully. But if Cam just doesn't turn the ball over, I think the Panthers can make some noise. And then Vikings, big win. They had to have this one against the Chargers.
It's a must-win.
Yeah, because they got
coming off the bad loss.
Yeah, they got Green. All their losses are bad. They have so many weird losses.
The last one was bad.
But yeah, Kirk Cousins gets the job done. Which team to you had the worst loss though? I have 2. So
worst loss probably Seahawks.
I have that one.
That's probably the worst loss. They didn't even score.
Oh,
Russ is back, just turning it over
all week. Circle the wagons. Yeah. He's going to make us relevant again.
Yeah,
Russ, our savior,
still hasn't scored since he's back, but
can't even score a point.
Didn't put a point on the board.
His finger's okay though, right?
No, I don't think so. He comes out, throws 2 picks.
Their season's done.
It's over.
Sorry, Seattle. I've been saying it. They're done. I don't care. Like then the crazy thing, the whole week leading up to this week game was watch out for the Seahawks.
No,
watch out.
It's the Packers. They always figure it out.
But it's just the whole thing. They're going to fight. They're lurking around. Pete Carroll. I think Pete Carroll's probably done this year.
He's got to go back to college?
You think? I don't know.
USC?
This might be his last year in Seattle.
Back to USC?
Might be Russ's last year in Seattle.
Oh, it's 100%
Then
Russ's
what?
last year in Seattle. That's 100% his last year in Seattle.
What are we doing then? Derek Carr?
No,
Who's going to Seattle? Who wants to go to Seattle?
Deshaun Watson?
He don't want to go to Seattle. There's no good masseuse parlors up there, is there?
I don't know, dude. What do you mean there's got to be? It's always raining. Everybody's always inside.
Everybody's always sad?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. The other big one was the Ravens. I know it. I mean, they're 6-3. They're looking all right in playoffs.
They came coming off a bad loss, too.
But losing to the Dolphins is pretty bad. It's pretty bleak.
Yeah.
Especially, it's a huge time. They got to keep that playoff spot moving in the AFC North. There were a couple games up. Cincinnati was on a bye. Cleveland's hit with the injury bug. They're struggling. Pittsburgh's lurking right there. Like I said, they haven't lost since week 4. But you can't lose that game. You got Harbaugh. This was the best thing of the night to me. When Harbaugh came out and blamed the offensive struggles on crowd noise.
That's not good.
Did you see that?
Yeah, that's not
in Miami?
That's not loud.
Who's
there.
cheering for the Dolphins?
Nobody's there.
That's pretty bad. Cleveland, they got Cleveland 2 times down the stretch, Pittsburgh 2 times. They got Green Bay and the Rams on the schedule. So that was you can't lose to the Dolphins.
No, it's a must win.
Especially in a tight AFC race. It's a brutal loss right there. All right, let's get on. Apologies. You got any apologies for the people?
I'm going to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Not one team?
Nobody. Get it together, everybody.
All right, I'll admit I was wrong about New England. Belichick, specifically Belichick. He's not the biggest fraud of 20 years.
Jones.
That defense. Hold on. I was wrong about Belichick, okay? Perhaps. Maybe a little bit about Mac Jones. But that defense is the reason they're winning games. Mac Jones has made some good throws. This specifically last week, he was Cleveland fell apart. I still think in the end we're going to have Justin Fields, Trey Lance. All those guys are going to be a little bit better. Mac Jones is a great game manager. He reminds me of Alex Smith. People are saying he's Tom. Stop it. He's Alex Smith. He throws a good ball. He'll learn. If I have to eat these words in say 10 years down the line, Mac Jones has 3 Super Bowls, I'm going to lose it.
He wins 3 out of his first 6 years.
I'll be kind of sad and mad and angry.
Old Belichick's still around.
It'll be all bad. And then San Francisco, I won't apologize for writing them off or after losing to the bum Colts at home. Or especially not losing to Colt McCoy and the Arizona Cardinals. They got blasted.
By Colt McCoy.
Okay, you beat the Rams. Now, that's my team. If you don't know, I like the Niners. You beat the Rams. Don't be satisfied. Do not lose to the Jaguars this week. If they lose the Jaguars this week,
they're on the road, too.
I don't even know what I'm going to be doing.
The Jags' defense has been all right.
Yeah, they're good against the run. They're 3.8 yards per attempt.
Jimmy G.
Even though they got gashed by Taylor first half last week. That was weird. First half, Taylor had 100 yards. And
the
then
first quarter, he had
did
99 and a touchdown the first quarter.
Nothing after. So handle your business, 49ers. And maybe I'll apologize if you make the playoff.
All right,
playoff eliminator. This one, it's going to get interesting.
It's going to be tough.
Because
we're going to be eliminating some teams with a winning record here pretty quick.
Yeah, so right now in the AFC, we obviously Jaguars, Jets, Dolphins, Texas, Denver. Denver's the only team close to playoff relevancy right now.
Right.
They just got waxed by the Eagles.
We already eliminated the Saints?
No, we have not.
That's going up.
And the NFC, Lions. What do you mean the Saints are the 5 seed right now?
I see that, but they're not. They're going.
But you can't eliminate the Saints before
They'll be out here pretty quick.
Okay. In the NFC, we got Lions, Falcons, which they're 4-5, I think. Giants, Seattle, football team, Bears. So we're pretty safe on most of those teams, I think.
Oh.
Now we're getting into the teams that are still in the race. So the nominees this week, I know you're going to hate the Eagles one.
We're not a nominee.
4-6.
What do you mean?
So they're a nominee. I don't think they're going to be out because we're going to look at the schedules of these.
What are they, the 7 seed right now?
No,
8?
They're like the 10.
Okay, we're almost there.
Okay, but listen. So we got Indianapolis 5-5, Cleveland's 5-5, and Philly. Those are the 3 off the top of my head. We can't do the Saints. They're the 6 seed right now. They're 5-4. Indy. So I pulled up their schedules. This is how I kind of did it. I don't think I want to eliminate the Eagles. The Eagles get the Saints this week.
Okay.
So go through this one. Don't be.
I'm looking.
Don't be win. Here we go.
Do we got the Vikings?
Eagles. Ready? Saints. Do win or loss. Saints.
Win.
Giants.
Win.
Jets.
Win.
Football team.
Lose.
Giants.
Win.
Football team.
Win.
Dallas.
Lose.
So you're saying 5-2
to end the season.
And that's what I wrote down. I wrote the best they could do in this stretch of games is 5-2.
Yeah.
That puts them at a 9-8 record. Soft schedule. They've played some tough teams. So if they can get to 9-8.
We play like 4 straight contenders.
I feel like if they get to 9-8, they get in the playoffs.
So
I don't want to put them out. Indianapolis. They're both so Indy and Cleveland are both 5-5. Let's do the same thing. Indy gets Buffalo.
Lose.
Tampa.
Lose.
Texans.
Win.
Patriots.
Lose.
Cardinals.
Probably win if Murray or lose if Murray's back.
Okay. Vegas.
Lose.
And Jacksonville.
Win.
Okay, so you got them going
2-5.
2-5. I put the best possible they could do is 4-3.
Okay.
Which that's given them.
That's probably a Raider win. And
that's given. I gave them the Texans, Jacksonville, and the Raiders.
Yeah.
So that's 4-3. But I could see them doing the opposite. Cleveland gets Cleveland's 5-5. Detroit.
Win.
Baltimore.
Win.
Baltimore again.
Lose.
Okay, I had the same thing split. Vegas.
Win.
Packers.
Lose.
Steelers.
Win.
And Bengals.
Lose.
Right, 4-3. Same thing. Okay. So I have Indy and Cleveland both going 9-8, but I think Cleveland's more likely to get those games we gave them than Indy will choke one away.
Right.
So I vote Colts.
You vote Colts?
I vote Colts. I want to keep the Eagles in just because that schedule I think lines up for them. They're playing way better than they did at the beginning of the season. So I say we just get rid of the Colts. That will give us 6 teams in the AFC out, 6 teams in the NFC out. What do you think?
All right.
You like Cleveland? Or do you I think Cleveland's
Indy.
Indy? Okay. I just sold it for you.
Do we got Vikings on there anywhere?
They're in it. They're not eliminated.
They're close. They're losing record.
Well, them, the Niners, the Eagles, all those guys are good. They'll show themselves in the next couple weeks. Like they have some big games this week.
Minnesota's 4-5 with some tough ones.
I mean, yeah, they get Green Bay. So quick fantasy note. We haven't updated this. Week 9, Pete won a 49ers ticket.
Oh, he won it last week?
He won it 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Because we didn't have a show last week. Abdul
won the Week 10 ticket?
Won the Eagles ticket.
Oh, nice.
That's a nice one.
That's good.
He had the most points, wide receiver and tight ends last week. Week 11 is slimmest margin of victory. Whoever has the heartbreaking defeat. No, wait, slimmest margin of victory. Whoever wins by the least amount.
Okay.
So your ball sweat's good. You win. You pull out this close win. You get a Packers ticket.
Ooh,
that's valuable. That's probably. I mean,
like them.
I think it's only 10-1, maybe even less than that, but we'll see what happens. All right, let's get into Week 11 though.
Week 11,
huge games. Let's just run through some of these. NFC first game. Your squad.
Yeah,
Saints, Philly.
Saints, Philly, baby.
Massive game for both teams.
Philly's hot right now. We got some playing good D, running the football.
The schedule sets up well for Philly if they can get through this game. This is a huge game for the wild card.
This is a big one. If we win, we got to win this if we want to. This will have playoff implications in the end.
This is the one because you get the Giants and the Jets next week, so that could be a 3-0.
And we'd have one. That'd be 4 straight.
Huge.
That's huge for playoffs.
Philly's playing well. They just waxed Denver. The
Devontae
defense.
Smith has been on fire.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts is, I think, the second-ranked fantasy quarterback. Everybody call me crazy.
He's a number one. He has the highest QBR in the red zone this year.
Yeah,
it's wild.
He's legit. Saints, this is a big game for them because if you look at their schedule, this is the opposite. So they get Philly. Say they lose this game. They got Buffalo and Dallas. Then the Jets, then Tampa.
Yeah, but they're out of quarterback. So
that's where the mistake was. But they need to go get Phillip Rivers. He said he was ready. He said he would come back.
I don't know why they
now he won't because I don't think he would now. I think Kamara's injured.
Oh, it's over now.
You got the schedule coming up.
I don't think he has no interest in coming in and playing against 4 teams with quarterbacks that are pretty good quarterbacks and having not played football in over a year and a half.
Yeah, you're going to come in and play the number 1 ranked defense next week, Buffalo?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he comes back now. He probably wanted to come back, get a
couple
game
weeks
in.
ago.
Get a game in.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Not gonna show up and play.
Their defense was playing good. The game last week they lost to the Titans with no Derrick Henry, no Julio Jones, and they just gave I think they gave the game away. So big game. I think Philly gets it done. We'll see. Another big game in the NFC is Packers-Vikings. Packers are the number 1 seed right now. They get Minnesota if they can take care of business. Next week they get the Rams, and then they get a bye week late in the season. So the number 1 seed is there for them.
Oh, yeah.
Huge lot. They have the tiebreaker over Arizona. They can get the tiebreaker over the Rams soon. But you look at the Vikings, 5 losses by a combined total of 18 points.
They've started with
they've lost by
3 losses with losing field goal.
Yeah, they've
missed a game winner,
and they have a couple game winners. But they lost by 3, 1, 7, 4, and 3 in their 5 losses.
Yeah.
So they got to just take a game at a time. They still got the Packers twice. They got the Bears 2 times. They got the Lions. And then they do have the 49ers, which that game's going to be massive.
That'll be a huge
especially if both of them win this week. And then they got the Rams. So who do you got in that? Who do you like in that game?
Packers.
The Packers just come in and get it done?
Yeah, it's not prime time. It's
Aaron Jones is out.
It don't matter.
A.J. Dillon's been running great, but
they figured it out with Rodgers on the field.
I don't know. I still think Minnesota's decent.
They're a good football team.
I think Minnesota's going to get it done this week.
That's a good win. It's a big win.
It's huge for both teams, but I think
if the Packers are going to drop a game anywhere that they just don't show, it'd probably be on the road against a division
that
rival.
needs it more than them.
You're right.
I mean, they do.
Could be it.
Yeah.
The Vikings could win here by 4 or something like that.
So there's the big 2 for NFC. AFC, you got Bills, Colts. I mean, it may not look like it. It's pretty big for both these teams. I mean, you got the Bills
have looked great and then looked terrible some weeks. So
I mean, they lost 9-6 to Jags 2 weeks ago. Then they waxed the Jets, but it's the Jets. Like, we don't know what we're getting. If they can't mess around this game.
But see, like the Jets
Patriots,
they messed around in the Jets game. At the end of the first quarter, they're up by 7.
Well, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they just turn it on.
They just ran it down their throat. I'm just saying the Colts could pull the upset. But the problem is you got the Patriots right there. You can't mess around with Bill Belichick and let them take that division. The 1 seed's at stake at this. I mean, the Titans.
Are they tied for the division lead right now?
No, they're a half game. I think Patriots are 5-4, and the Bills are 6-3.
They're a game back.
Or 6. I think they're a half game.
6-3.
Patriots are
5-4. They're 5-4.
Or Patriots 6. Bills are 6-4.
6-3.
Okay. Either way, they're a little bit.
Oh, Patriots are 6-4. They're half game
so
back.
they haven't had their bye yet.
No.
So that's what I was saying is a half game.
Oh, that'll hurt them down the
and
road.
they played each other twice still down the stretch.
Right.
They haven't played each other yet. So if they need to get this win, especially if the 1 seed, it's at stake. I think Tennessee kind of has it locked up. They're up 2 games. They don't really have any. Their schedule is pretty soft. So we'll see. Bills, Colts. Colts are up and down, but they're in the thick. This is the type of game the Colts have to win if they want to make the playoffs. Like they got to beat some of the top tier teams.
I hope they lose because we need that pick to stay in the top 5 or 8.
What?
If Philly gets that pick, we needed to be in like the top 7.
Oh, for you guys to pick.
Yeah.
All right, Bengals, Raiders. This might be loser goes home, right?
Bengals, Raiders?
This might be whoever loses game is out. I know it's a little early. Both 5-4, right?
Bengals started really hot. They've lost a couple, dropped a couple.
This might be a loser goes home scenario. Sad story for both teams and their fan bases because 3 or 4 weeks ago we were talking about Super Bowls.
That Raider division, they just let the Chiefs climb right back into first.
Super Bowl dreams from a few weeks back. They were talking about Joey Burrows and the MVP conversations.
It went kind of south for him, but
yeah, they lose to the Jets and then they come back. But
in that Jets game, he played really good.
Yeah, there was a bad call or two that cost him, but still,
he threw for like 404 touchdowns.
He was going in the MVP conversation. Now he's out. It's a young team coming off the bye after losing back-to-back games. We'll see what they're made of. And then you got the Raiders. Same story, different year. Start fast, finish slow. Although I will say, this year crazy circumstances with Gruden and Ruggs, and
now Gruden's suing the NFL, and
they've dropped 2 straight. Giants. They lost to the Giants. Can't have that. And then the Chiefs just waxed them. And then the other game, Steelers, Chargers.
Chargers. The Chargers, I think it's kind of a must-win for the Chargers here.
Yeah, Herbert, they're struggling.
You can't keep losing these games and let the Chiefs just pull away in the division.
I still like them. They could beat anybody on any Sunday.
The Chargers, yeah?
Yeah. This is massive in the tight. They can still win the division. This is a must-win game.
They got to stay in the division.
But like we said earlier, Steelers haven't lost since week 4. They're a tough team. That defense, I think it's crazy. Good. They're 100 to 1 to win the Super Bowl. I think this year is wide open.
It's anybody can win. I think once the playoffs start, it's wide open.
Yeah, we'll talk about
wild card teams that are better than some of the division winners.
About I was texting Kevin. Think about the Panthers right now. Even the 49ers. Look at the Panthers. We're 250 to 1 to win the Super Bowl right now.
If they make the playoffs, you're golden.
That defense, Cam's back, run the ball, don't turn it over. It's crazy to me.
Panthers could get there.
We've seen the Ravens lose the Dolphins. We've seen the Bengals lose the Jets.
Defense is good. They got Gilmore out there.
The Titans lost to the Jets. This year's wide open. Some long shot could win. It could be like what if it's the Steelers versus the Panthers in the Super Bowl this year?
That'd be wild. Cam finally gets one.
This could be the year. You got Pats, Falcons, Thursday Night Football, Cowboys, Chiefs. Those are big games, but Falcons is probably if Falcons lose, they're done. We already have them eliminated.
They're eliminated.
I think it's going to be a tough game though.
They did win like 3 or 4 straight, didn't they?
Falcons.
I think they won 3 straight.
They lost that brutal one. They beat the Saints.
I think they won 3 straight.
Who'd they play this week?
They got waxed by the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, that's why I didn't remember they didn't even show up to the game.
That's what happened.
All right. Not bad. Let's get to locks of the week. This segment is sponsored by mybookie.com. Go over there, use code OFFTHEBALL to get a match bonus on your first deposit of up to $1,000. That's code OFFTHEBALL. Speaking of off the ball, go check them out. Me and Shooter Shoot do a live stream every Sunday morning, 7:30 a.m. Pacific. I'm on speaking of locks, I'm on an absolute monster tear on that show.
Yeah.
21-6 since week 2.
Oh wow.
3-0 back-to-back weeks. Usually I give out like one of my locks here, but I switch them up.
Yeah.
But yeah, 21-6. It's all on there. Like it's crazy. Absolutely on fire. So check that out. That's live. Go to Twitter, offtheball.com. They've got everybody over there. Mo Murphy, Prez, everybody's doing their thing. Steven, if you need basketball stuff, go over there for sure. They're
good.
They're wizards. Absolute wizards. All right, let's get to the locks of the week. Bob, you almost had a 3-0 week last week.
Oh man, the freaking Rams let me down. What happened?
It just sucks.
I know what happened. They let the cancer in the room, dude.
OBJ.
At the end of the first quarter, was his dad already on Twitter like free OBJ?
You have to expect that. He got traded midweek.
I knew he wasn't going to play a lot.
He didn't play a lot. They have their bye this week. I think they're going to be fine. Like if you think about it.
I don't know. Back-to-back disappointments. Like they look bad 2 weeks in a row. Matt Stafford's out here looking like Sam Darnold.
It's not good. I mean.
They better figure something out. And with OBJ, I didn't think he was going to play a lot because they play a lot of up-tempo, no-huddle stuff, and he can't be on the field for that.
Yeah, especially in the first week. What sucks is Robert Woods. That Robert Woods loss is huge.
That's the greatest thing that ever happened to OBJ because they play 3 wide receiver 86% of the time.
What?
The Rams, 86% of the time, they're 3 wide receiver, a tight end, and a running back.
Right.
And it would have been Woods.
Kupp and OBJ.
No. Van Jefferson was going to still play a lot.
No, the worst thing that ever happened to him was Robert Woods getting hurt.
No, I'm saying for the Rams, the best thing that happened for OBJ is Robert Woods getting hurt because now he's on the field.
No, he would have been on the field in a couple. It would have taken a couple of weeks to get acclimated.
They would have just took Van Jefferson off the field?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, completely off. They would have run 4 wide or whatever, but that's the worst thing could happen to him because Robert Woods is really good. I think he's better than OBJ right now.
Yeah, he was.
So
losing, it's not going to look good now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be rough. But anyway, yeah, you almost had 3-0. Rams go down. I finally had a 3-0 week. Pete went 2-3. Did he go 0-3? Yeah. Oh, he had Browns in the under in the Rams. Yeah. So Pete was 6-0 2 weeks prior. So the standings right now, Pete's 17-12. He's 6. That's 58% money. 6-3 in his last 3 weeks. I'm 16-14 with the 3-0 week, and then you are 14-16. You need if you get 3-0, you get above 500.
Yeah,
that's what you need this week. 2-1 last week.
2-1 we are still 2-1 the week before.
As a group, we're 53% for the year. A little bit down from last year, but is what it is.
Get there.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you Pete's first since he's not here.
Okay.
He's taking the Colts +7 against Buffalo.
Wow, he's taking Colts, huh?
They are, yeah, I don't know. He's got Colts +7. He's taking the Falcons, Patriots under 47.5 on Thursday Night Football. I like that. Pats games, they always go way over or way under. I feel like it's always
Pats are just scoring at will right now. That's the problem.
And then the last game is the Raiders-Bengals over 49.5.
Raiders-Bengals over, huh?
Yeah. So those are Pete's 3. See if you can get back on track. All right, what do you got first? Do you want me to go first?
I'll go first. My first game is Bengals -1.
Yeah, I looked at that one. I like that. Raiders are in a both teams are in a slouch.
Right.
You trust Burrow or Carr?
I trust
Raiders or Bengals?
I trust Burrow way more than I trust Carr. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my next game is the 49ers -6.5.
I looked at that one too.
I like them a lot.
If they choke, I didn't want to bet on them because if they choke and lose outright, I'm going to be very angry.
And then my last one is Chargers -5.
Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully you get lucky and Mason Rudolph's in the game, huh?
I doubt it. It was COVID for Roethlisberger. I'm sure he's back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you got Bengals, Niners, Chargers, all favorites. I'm going 2 favorites and a total. I'm taking my first one. I'm going Jets and the Dolphins over 44.5.
Okay.
Sounds crazy, but the Jets have been in some crazy games. I mean, them and the Colts played together. They put up 75. I think it was 45-30 or something like that, something crazy total. So I think they can go over that total. The total opened at 45.5. People are betting the under. It's already down. I think this is going to be a type of game that's Tua's been playing decent. He came in last week, put up some points. We'll see.
He's all right.
He's better than Brissett. Did you watch that?
Jacoby Brissett. They're about the same. They're the same guy. He's a little bit better.
Oh, go watch that game. Did you watch that game?
A little bit, not a lot.
It was the most painful. I'd rather watch the Spurs play the Spurs back when it was like Duncan.
Just a boring basketball.
Just like 870, 876.
Yeah.
No excitement. It was brutal. All right, so I got Jets, Miami over 44.5. Carolina, I'm taking -3.5 against the Washington football team. This is more about their defense, I think, and not turning the ball over. Cam's going to be preparing to start all week. I just think they control the ball. They move the ball. That defense, Heineke's such a sneaky little guy. He just runs around, covers spreads. I'm still taking Carolina. I think that defense can be too much for him. I think Carolina wins by double digits. They can get to 6-5, and then they get an easy couple games. This is a massive game for Carolina, too.
Big game, yeah. I'm looking
Big game because they still got Tampa 2 times, I think. I don't think they've played Tampa yet, right? They need to get to about 9-10 wins.
So.
9-10 wins to get you in the playoffs in the NFC. So this is a big game for them.
Yeah.
So I'll trust. I know 3.5. It doesn't. I don't. It's kind of scary because it'll open at 2.5.
Right.
That little extra point is a little sketchy, but it is what it is. I'm going 3.5.
Washington football team is as like a tough out for teams when they got to have a win.
Well, yeah, they just beat Tampa.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
It's weird.
I'm okay with that though. Tampa losing last year. They were 7-5.
And then they just reeled off like 9 in a row.
So, yeah, we were talking about betting them. Remember last year we all took Tampa, made a bunch of money on them.
Oh, yeah.
And I was texting about it, and I'm like, are we making our annual Super Bowl bet?
It's time to bet Tampa.
He goes, Tampa. I'm like,
Has to be, dude. He can't.
No, but I know, but they're only 6-1. I can't get with it.
It's 6-1 on our money every time.
I'm taking Carolina 200-1.
Yeah, but that's a donation. Tampa gets you 6-1 on your money.
The NFC is too tough. NFC is crazy.
How does you can't bet against Tom Brady?
I know it sucks.
It's stupid to get it, but you can't.
All right, so Jets, Miami over Carolina. My last one's I'm taking your team.
The Eagles, baby.
Taking Eagles -1.5. See the Saints. We talked about the Saints offense.
I'm gonna wax the Saints. Watch.
I don't like Simeon.
No,
they just lost to Tennessee. No Kamara. If he is back, he's not gonna be healthy. Saints are in shambles. Eagles are playing well. Jalen Hurts is. Everybody tried to write him off. Everybody's like, "Oh, they're trading him for Deshaun Watson." That's different.
They're not.
That's what they were trying. They were in talks,
legit.
right?
I think they legit were looking to.
No, yeah, it's Deshaun Watson though. If you go off the talent, but Hurts is a different. I'm telling you,
I'd rather have Hurts, man. That's my guy.
He's better than a lot of people think. I think the Eagles can get it done. They're playing better. They got an easy schedule coming up. Massive game. They're starting to run the ball more. Since they've started feeding Jordan Howard and Boston Scott, just like
we started running the ball.
Too. And now Devontae Smith's running everywhere.
They ran it more times in the last 3 weeks than they did in the first 7 or something like that.
So those are our games. We got Bengals, Niners, Chargers, Colts, Panthers, Eagles. Mm-hmm. Then we got Jets, Miami over, Raiders, Bengals over, Falcons, Patriots under. We got 9 fresh picks for you, no double locks. There you go, 9 picks. Get your bets in. Gamble responsibly, though. Don't get crazy.
I had a big one last week on the who did I bet? I can't remember. I think it was a ticket, didn't I?
No, I had the 6-teamer. My last one was the Rams.
I had Angelo bet it for me. It was last second. I remember now.
All right, well, that's it.
Had a bunch.
Easy peasy. In and out. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in to Say It Out Loud Sports.